So, and hopefully I'm sure she does have a good definition of what that means to her, teaching and doing work that matters. But that sounds like a wonderful thing. And this is very cool just because it's an example of, clearly she's doing well for herself and, probably reaching the point that she has been part so far of making this all happen so she could have the extra freedom and meet her needs through her income. But, it sounds like she's doing some refining of what that DMP means to her. And what's so cool is that once you have achieved more control and freedom and financial stability, through having your own business and, you have the ability to do more things than that matter to you or to society at large. And, when you're in constant survival mode, just scratching by and all your time and energy is just drained by, a job you hate or not making enough money to be able to really reach what you want to do, well, then you're in survival mode and you can't do these things that quote unquote matter nearly as much. So I thought that was a very cool little interjection and sharing that she had there on the blog. So I wanted to share that with everyone here in the show. So thank you very much, Lindsay, for sharing that.
It's time for the Internet Business Quick Tip.
All right, on this episode's quick tip, we've got a new tool that coincidentally both of us jumped on using this last weekend, independent of each other. And then we talked on Monday and we're like, oh yeah, I just started using that. And it's a tool that we've been wanting to see something like this for Twitter for a long time. Twitter is something that it's a microblogging site, of course, where you can post little short things. And, I guess one way you can think of it is, we always talk about how important it is to have your email list. And that's like when your key thing for connecting with community. But in a way, Twitter's just a way to connect with maybe the hyper followers or people who like to have even more inside scoop from you. That's one use for it. But anyway, there's been a couple drawbacks to Twitter in that, sometimes you like to follow lots and lots and lots of people, but I've always thought it'd be really cool if I could break these people into groups. Sometimes I want to go on Twitter and just catch all my friends and family's updates. I'm not thinking about work and stuff. I just want to know, what's my family up to? What are my friends up to? Because a lot of them use Twitter. And then sometimes it might be cool, like, hey, I'd like to know what the Academy members who are on Twitter are thinking or dealing with right now. So I can go and just see their updates. But there's no, it's up until now, Twitter, and still on the Twitter site, it's all just one huge stream. And you can end up with, you definitely miss stuff because you can end up with hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of updates that come through. And it's just not possible to keep up with all of them, especially when you're as popular as Sterling is and have, I don't know how many.
Oh, yeah. Well, actually, to be honest, I wasn't following as many people as I wanted to because I didn't want to get overwhelmed. Like I didn't want to have too many people talking all day, and not be able to see certain things. And now I can go back and follow far more people with this particular tool.
And the one other thing that was sometimes a frustration for me with Twitter was that, sometimes everyone uses Twitter a little bit differently, but sometimes, it's a chat platform for some people. And I use it that way every once in a while. And so people do replies to other people's updates. And so, you'll be looking through the latest stream of updates from the people you're following, and 50% or more of them are actually just replies to other people. And depending how much time you have, sometimes I go there and it's like, well, I don't have time to be watching other people's conversations. I just want to see direct updates that people sent about themselves, not as a reply to someone else. But there was no way to filter those out. Well, now there's a tool that helps you get past both of these things, helps you create groups and helps you, when you don't have the time to look through everything, filter out any updates that are replies to other people. And so what we're using now to follow all of our, to connect with Twitter and follow all of our Twitter followers is a program called TweetDeck. Now, tweet is the lovely word that both of us are such huge fans of for a Twitter update. A single post to Twitter is called a tweet. What a lovely word. And so a tweet deck is the deck on your computer. It's a program on your computer where you can go and grabs all of your Twitter updates and can categorize them for you. And the cool thing is you can set up different columns with different groups. And so I can go through and I've created a group for Academy members. And so all the Academy members, their updates are going into one column. And then I've got one for like Portland, people, so that people I'm wanting to connect with and meet new people in Portland, they're going in there. And I have one for all my family and friends and so forth. So it's very, handy to have this broken up into groups so that, like I said, depending on how much time I have or what my purpose is at that moment, I can use the updates in that kind of a meaningful way. And then you could also create a watch window and filter things out. So you can create a filter that watches for certain words and only brings up tweets that are mentioning certain words. So if there's a hot news story you're wanting to see what people are talking about, or if I want to know every time somebody mentions Internet Business Business Mastery, I could have a column that brings those up that way as well. And I can filter out, I can have a column that filters, if I go and I want to see, right now I don't have time to watch all the conversations going on. So filter out all the replies so I can get rid of the replies and just see, actual direct updates from people. So it's been very, very handy and has, tremendously streamlined our usage of Twitter. Now, the only danger is you don't want to leave it up all day long because by default, it makes noises and puts up, notices. And so definitely turn those things off and don't have it sitting there staring at you as a distraction. You need to be judicious. Twitter can definitely be a waste of time. However, it's an incredibly powerful tool when used well. So we highly recommend checking out TweetDeck as a tool for using Twitter. Is there anything else in particular that you've liked about it, Sterling?
No, those are the things that I do as well. But I wanted to also mention that if you'd like to follow us on Twitter, definitely find this episode's show notes, and I'll have links there that'll help you go follow each one of us.
Absolutely. So to find TweetDeck, you can go to www.tweetdeck.com, and that's TweetDeck.com, and it runs off of the Adobe Air platform or whatever, so it'll work on both PC and Mac, which is pretty darn cool too. So give that a check out. That's this week's quick tip.
Now, if you'd like dozens of other resources such as this one, you can find them in the Internet Business Mastery Academy, along with video tutorials of us showing you exactly how we use them. And to get a 30-day no-risk trial membership to the Internet Business Mastery Academy, visit freeaudiogift.com. That's it for this episode of Internet Business Mastery. Until next time, we wish you ultimate success in your internet business.
You've been listening to the iconoclasts of the 9 to 5 and the purveyors of freedom and fulfillment, Sterling and Jay. Sterling and Jay invite you to discover one of their most popular audio programs ever. The 3 pillars of designing your ultimate internet lifestyle. Visit freeaudiogift.com now and sign up for the free weekly Internet Business Mastery email newsletter. And you'll get instant access to this life-changing audio presentation, pulled directly from the content of the acclaimed Internet Business Mastery Academy membership community. Go now to freeaudiogift.com. Internet Business Mastery. Free your mind.